Hey, Pat Rigsby here, and in today's episode, I want to talk with you about how to make selling easy in 4 simple steps. Let's get to it. If you're like most people that I know in the fitness industry, the sports performance industry, you certainly didn't get into this because you love to sell. Maybe you're uncomfortable asking for money due to your own personal experiences with money or your financial state right now. Maybe you've been led to believe that sales is some sort of adversarial situation where it's you against them instead of you partnering with them. My initial experience with selling came as a college baseball coach where I'm really trying to get somebody to come be part of a program, be part of a university, and stay for multiple years. And so the partnership part of it's pretty clear. I mean, they're coming here, they're going to live here, they're going to be part of the program every day. I'm going to see them every day. But it's still a tough sell, right? You're asking a parent to trust you in that university to play a pretty important role in their most important kind of part of their life, their child's journey going forward. And so I got over some of my stigma with selling back then, but I also started to see this as an us with them journey, not an us against them journey that so many people are led to believe or misled to believe is what sales is about. So I want to give you a 4-step process that I think will help you move past this and start to see sales through a different light. The first step in this is really getting somebody to open up about why they need change in the first place. So one of the simplest things that you can do is just ask them, hey, how have the last 30 days been? How have the last month or two been relative to why you're here? How have the last 2 months been when it comes to your health or fitness? And obviously, if they're coming to spend time with you right now, there's probably something they want to change. They wouldn't have gotten out of their comfort zone and come and been in this environment if they didn't want to change something. So asking them to talk about the past month or two relative to their health or fitness or performance, it's getting them to really kind of acknowledge what they want to change about their current circumstances. The second step is helping them visualize where they want to go. And so you can zoom way out and talk about over the next 12 months, or you can do it in a closer kind of time frame and say, okay, over the next 90 days, what would you like to see? What would you like to see when it comes to your health and fitness? What would you like to see specific to whatever they came to you for? Whether it's specifically health, okay, would you like to be able to reduce the amount of blood pressure medication you're taking? Would you like to lose a certain amount of weight? Would you like to be able to accomplish a certain performance goal? But get them to talk about where they want to go. They have to see the win, right? They have to be able to visualize where they want to go. It's really tough to get somebody to go towards something or achieve something that they've never imagined themselves being able to accomplish. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 is we have to demonstrate the gap. Obviously, if there's somewhere different that they want to go, I mean, this is very much a roadmap. There's a destination and a starting point, and we've established what both of those are. Well, now we have to create the map. We can do this really easily by saying, okay, well, what do you feel needs to change or happen to get there? And if they really do want to change, then they probably have to acknowledge that something has to be different. So you talk about what they need to do differently. You talk about help they may need, behavior change they may need to embrace. But if somebody wants something better, then they're probably going to have to do something better or differently. And if they acknowledge that, at this stage of the conversation, really, we've just been a facilitator, right? We've said, okay, tell me where you are, tell me where you want to be, tell me what you think needs to change or happen. And they're taking ownership of all of this. You're not convincing them of anything. You're not trying to persuade them when it comes to anything. You're simply kind of painting the landscape here so they understand that where they are, it's real, it's tangible. They understand where they want to go is kind of out in front of them. We've given them a clear time frame so it seems possible. They can kind of wrap their arms around it. And then they've illustrated the things that they believe need to change or happen in order for them to get from this current state to the place that they want to be. And then at that point, we say, here's where I think I could help. And then we embrace this role of trusted advisor and giving them really just feedback on the things that they've told us. And then we kind of reframe this and ask them, say, well, do you think that would help? Right? So now they've acknowledged that they need to change. We've shown them how we can help them go from where they are to where they want to be. Now they have to embrace that, right? They have to say, okay, yeah, I think that will help. I think that's exactly what I need. I think that's precisely what I've been missing. And if you want to add another step in beyond that, then you can say, well, let me ask, if you don't make this change, if you don't change your behavior or get the accountability you need or start a program or change the way you eat or whatever else, where do you think you're going to be in that 90 days? And so that, again, kind of brings them back to where they are. And it reminds them of, yeah, I'm here for a reason, right? There's a change I want to make. There's something that really drove me through the door. And it's just kind of bringing them back to that point so they acknowledge it. And then at that point say, well, based on what we've talked about, here are the program options. Which one do you want to get started with? Or if there's only one program option, based on what we've talked about, here's how we can work together. You want to get started. Now, I prefer alternate choice closes and giving people 2 or 3 options. But if you only have one program, then it can still be, okay, we've gone through this 4-step process. We've made it clear that this program checks a lot of the boxes that you need, in or out. And if we present it that way, this isn't like strong arming somebody. It's not this tricky salesmanship. It's basically just getting somebody to acknowledge that there's a value exchange here, right? They want something different. They want something better. They acknowledge something needs to change. You are a person who can provide a lot of the resources, the tools, the guidance, the expertise in facilitating that change. And so we present a program that shows how we can do that. It demonstrates how we can do that, and this partnership can start. Because let's face it, if you want to really help somebody, they have to be a client. I mean, you can't really help them from afar without some sort of structured program, structured coaching format. And so if you're in this industry for the reason that most people are in this industry, then they need to be a client. So you want to present an environment where they see that, hey, we're in this together. This is a partnership. And I think this 4-step format will help you do that. So if you've not been comfortable with sales to this point, if you not really love sales to this point, give this a shot. If you do, I think you'll like the results you get.